Hi, Cancer Rising Sign. Here is your weekly forecast starting on the 12th of April until the 20th of April. So we are covering a little bit of a longer period of time. I think your focus is shifting towards 10th house matters, the house of career and reputation, as well as a bit of a first house combination, which is, of course, you. I think this week is about the place in the world and who is backing you financially or emotionally. So I think it's time to step into the spotlight. This week, the peak of your chart, the 10th house, the house of career status, your public title, is under kind of like a massive cosmic restructure ring. You have been working quietly for a long time, but from this period of time, the universe is making your moves a little bit more public. So it's about visible authority. We are moving away from the hustle and towards more of a mastery. It's about not just doing the job, it's about defining your legacy. And you're going to have to start thinking about that. Now, Mars is making a conjunction to Neptune and that is in your 10th house. And in a way, that's going to talk to you about inspiration. It's about potentially you applying your wisdom, your beliefs, or you are thinking about travel, and then maybe it's you feel that sudden kind of urge to change your direction. Maybe it's about a lack of meaning in your daily work as well, but you all of a sudden you start seeing the vision. You might be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel, but at the beginning, potentially it comes with a lot of confusion, but it's going to start clearing out. Maybe you are even going to start looking for some international opportunities, something that might not be that logical for you, but it feels destined for your soul. Now, this is, of course, reinforced also with the Pluto, sorry, with your very strong ninth house activations, because Mercury is still in your ninth house and making a sextile to Uranus in the 11th house. It also feels like that it might be a bit of a lucky break. Something, a vision that has been brewing for you. And then you have got Venus in your 11th house as well, talking to Jupiter at the same time in your first house. This can be a winning card. So this might be a opportunity that might be coming up for you, maybe from a friend of yours or a social network or the crowd are ready to support your personal growth. And then if you need a bit of a favor, this could be actually the period of time when you should be doing that. Mercury and Uranus on 29-degree as well, and then it is pretty much happening at the same time with the new moon in the sign of Aries. It's a bit of a crisis there, which happens between your ninth house and your 11th house. Maybe it's a piece of news or a light bulb moment that changes your entire long-term strategy. It's kind of like realizing I can't go where I'm going with the same old mindset. So I have to be able to kind of change things up. And this is supported by the new moon in your 10th house as well, which is about a new beginning connected to your profession. Now, I am going to be making a huge breakdown for this upcoming new moon. It's quite a dramatic one. It's available for my members, but you can also sign up on my YouTube channel for that as well. But that new moon potentially is a launch of a new career. It's a reset for your career. Maybe this is the day when you launch a business or you accept a promotion or you declare your new professional identity in a way. And it feels like that Mars and Pluto sextile also gives you that power you need to be able to succeed. Mars is in your 10th house and Pluto is in your 8th house because you do need a bit of a stamina to outlast, for example, the competition. Right. And we need the stamina to be able to stand up for ourselves as well as protecting our reputation. Mercury also makes a conjunction to Saturn this week. And well, firstly, Mercury is moving into the sign of Neptune. Sorry, into a conjunction with Neptune, and then it's going to be making that Saturn conjunction as well. And this is kind of like maybe you started a new role and then the 18th is when the actual work begins. Because you got inspired with the Mercury Neptune conjunction, and then now it goes to meet up with Saturn and Mars at the same time. So that inspiration, that mental download that we had, we are ready to give kind of like birth to it. Maybe you're ready to have a serious meeting with someone, signing a contractual agreement, setting long-term professional boundaries as well. Saturn just wants to make sure that your new success is built on a solid foundation, not just the temporary spark that might be coming from Mars or Neptune. This is about commitment. Now, the commitment is echoed also by the Pluto-Juno conjunction as well, happening on the 20th. In the eighth house, the house of shared resources, taxes, and deep intimacy. This is the very first of three passes. So you are entering into this power contract regarding money or deep emotional bonds with others as well. It could be a major loan, an inheritance, or a deep commitment by your partner as well. This is a transformation of how you merge with others. So you are learning that the true power comes from vulnerability and the trust, and the ability to be able to trust your own power as well. So I think lead with the heart, but build with your head though. Do make sure that you subscribe and tell me in the comments what professional peak are you aiming for with this upcoming new moon, because this could even indicate certain type of dramatic matters happening in your career. And maybe that Mercury and Uranus spark is going to give you the edge in a way to walk out of a situation that has been kind of like boiling for a while. So I'm excited for you, surely. The other things that I would say is that Mercury and Uranus wants you to think very innovative way, and then it's about intuitive downloads. But remember that the mind has to be open-minded. We have to be adapting to a new situation. Sometimes we have to be responding quickly as well to capitalize on certain type of opportunities that we might not have encountered in the past before. This can Mercury rules news in your chart, so you can be getting an exciting news from a friend of yours as well, or you might be running into a very eccentric person who might be able to mentally stimulate you as well. But with Mars running through Neptune and Saturn as well as Mercury, sometimes it's frustration. We feel a little bit blocked as well, potentially, or maybe we feel like that we are so passionate about a project, but we are not growing as fast as we would like to. We run into certain type of challenges. In that case, just think about it this way. I have to be pushing the gas pedal with kind of like controlled moves, and I'm gonna get there. It's about you setting up your mind for goal orientation. So good luck, Cancer, and I will see you next week. Take care. Bye bye.